YouTubers, welcome again to my channel. Today the 24th of December 2020, so we're almost there to the end. What a year it's been. I mean, there's been some crazy year where we've been limited in our travel, social distance, all that. Many people dying, daily records breaking, and in years like this year where there's not much to cheer about, we've had a great amount of technology release from all the big brands like Apple and DJI and Intel and Asus, and all these top brands have brought a ton of new technology. And one of my last purchase for the year is upgrading my 2008 MacBook Pro, back in the days when they were making 15-inch, which I've had for for that long. I've decided to upgrade my MacBook Pro to the brand new M1 Apple MacBook Pro 2020. I also did upgrade my wife. She actually doesn't have any computer. She's been using a Lenovo work computer, so I decided to upgrade her to the M1 MacBook Air. So lots to talk about. I have the two laptops right here. I've already taken them out of the box. There's not much inside the box. I'll show you guys. Inside the box is very basic, not like back in the days when you got a new computer and then inside the box you have tons of accessory. Yeah, I find that Apple really shifted most of their products into a very minimalist packaging. This is the MacBook Pro. It does have a colored front box packaging, which is pretty unique. And then inside you'll find basically just a mold. Here is where the charging cable is. It's USB-C charging, and that's the brick for the charging. And then you get the instructions and warranty and all that stuff. It says designed in California, and that's really all you get inside the box. And that goes for both MacBook Pro and MacBook Air. So it's very limited in what you get. And that's the trend of all the Apple products, as you can see. They've been, obviously saving costs and all that stuff. The MacBook Air, which is right beside me, same thing, nothing much inside. The back of the box does have a little summary, so you can see here the MacBook Air. It's 8 gig RAM, 256 gig SSD, solid state drive, 13-inch LED backlit display, True Tone technology, 2560 by 1600 pixel, 2 Thunderbolts, 4 USB ports, a headphone jack. To get 4 USB ports, you actually have to upgrade to the model up, which I didn't. Stereo speaker, Touch ID, full screen backlit. The weight is 0.1 to 0.63. It's 11.97 inches by 8.3 6 inches. That's the size of what letter size. Put these two units side by side as we compare them, just to show the design is exactly the same. They're side by side right now, and you can't actually tell the difference with the two in terms of the structural difference. You can see, I find the MacBook Air is just a little bit taller. Sits a little bit taller than the MacBook Pro. This is this one right here. It sits a little bit taller than the MacBook Air. The MacBook Air has this slant in front, which is pretty cool because it's thin in front, a little bit heavy on the back, and that's the view from the side. So there you go. So let's look at each one side by side. So the MacBook Air, obviously we're more familiar with the design here. On the side of this laptop comes all you get is a headphone jack. So it's very thin. You can see the slope down, and all you get is a headphone jack on the side. As you rotate on the back, nothing. That's just the hinge. And for the back, there's your 2 USB-C port. That's really all that you get with the MacBook Air, so it's very limited in terms of ports that you can use. However, you can go to Amazon or even Apple and buy the hub, which just takes one of the USB-C port, and you can get access to USB port and HDMI out. It's basically one adapter and it has all the ports. And then what I like about it, so I already set up my Wi-Fi on this computer, so what I like about it is you open it and right away it is awake. You see all the messages that came through. I can't log in because fingerprint login, but there you go. A really big trackpad keyboard, which is used to in the Mac. Right click, two finger to left click. You have the LED backlit on the keys, which is really cool. I love these keys. If you guys can see, these keys have a slight like slope on it. It's indented in the middle and the two ends are high up. It's soft touch, which I really love about the keys. Really can't hear anything when you're typing. And there you have the fingerprint login. So you would just use your finger right there to log into your computer, which is pretty cool. I like that it sits right there. And very sensitive. Those are all your basic keys at the top. Well, there you go. The display is beautiful. It's rich LED display, which is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, they have the speakers at the back, on the side here. One thing I was noticing is that there's actually no vent that I can physically see. So I'm not sure if where the speaker is, that's where the vent is to vent the air out. But on the back of it, there's absolutely no vent where the air comes out on a regular computer. So it's very smart technology that Apple is using here. The silver is really nice. Does tend to leave a lot of fingerprint as you keep using it. Like the white, now it's actually a silver engraved Apple logo. And on the back of it, there's actually no vent that you can see, which is very interesting. But this computer is super silent. The battery, we've been using it one day now. The battery gives you about 8 hours. Sorry, 18 hours. Because depends on how you're using it, but the battery is super long. 18 hours battery life on a computer is ridiculous. To pack in a small compact computer here, which is so thin. I have my phone here and you can see the phone is actually bigger than the computer, which is very interesting. On the MacBook Pro, it's a little bit bulkier. You can see it's very much thinner, thicker than the Air. A little bulkier. That's the front logo. There's a little bit more on the MacBook Pro, hence the price is a little bit more. I think the Air goes for $1,000 and the Pro goes for $1,200. But depends on the type of user you are, right? So the Pro does have the headphone jack, nothing at the back there, and the one that I have has the two ports over here, the USB-C port, and that's all you get with the Pro, which is very interesting. But I could see why they decide to go with that. So these two computers both have the M1 processor, which is about 12 times as fast as you would get on a Windows computer, and that's on the fastest Windows computer. I think the i7 processor, it's 12 times faster than the i7 processor. I did install the latest update, so it is running the latest update, and look how fast that is. That is just crazy. On the design of it, like I said, it's more uniform in terms of the thickness than the Air over there. The keys are exactly the same. It does have the speakers on the side. Really nice display, beautiful display on both of them actually. Really nice display, rich color, rich black, nice tone and contrast. On the keys, exactly the same as the Air. You have the soft touch keys, which is LED backlit, and it has this slight indentation in the middle, and it's just curved on the edge. So when you're typing, you really don't sense that you're really pressing on the keys. All the usual keys you have there. It also has the fingerprint login, and on top here, the difference between the two, and guess why you pay $200 more. The specs are really much the same. The difference is the new MacBook Pro comes with a touch bar, which is at the top here. So you'll see when I log in, you'll see that touch bar that's coming in here. So let me log in and then you guys can take a look at how that lights up. So if you look at it from the side, You can see how thin the screen is from the side, which is very interesting. Alright, so it's loading some software there. This is the first time I'm turning it on. So I just set it up a couple minutes ago and it's running these updates. As you can see, a text message right there. But this is what I really want to show you guys. This is the difference here. So over here you have these really useful shortcut on the computer. So here I can just press this, opens a new Windows. I could press this here. These are shortcuts for different windows. So if you want to go to Apple website, Google, let's say I want to go to Google, it just loads right there, so you don't actually type it. So it's a nice touch. If you want to search the website, you can actually search the website right there. Then you have Siri built in onto the touch bar, volume control, brightness control, and it has this really nice slide over here, which is soft touch, which is just ridiculously convenient. And then you can exit, and then you can open new tabs and go to different website just by using this here, which I just find it very useful. So